Our India News Hour. The government is pushing for digital transactions. Digitization has become a part of everyday life. Digitization of payments helps a person to transfer money from his bank account to the payees for his day-to-day transactions. India is stepping into the leadership role by moving forward to the aim of cashless society. The growth of mobile penetration supported by the government initiatives constitute the most important drivers to enable people to move towards digital payment systems. The prospects for fintech in India's financial system in 2021-22 will depend upon the degree of entrenchments of digital usage, which is in turn contingent upon the resilience of the underlying acceptance infrastructure, financial literacy and awareness of the users, that is for the both merchants and consumers, and strengthening of the customer protection and cybersecurity protocols in place. Today, consumers can buy, sell and trade cryptocurrency as a commodity or investment. Consumers are also increasingly showing interest in being able to spend crypto assets for everyday purchases. The Reserve Bank of India has constructed a composite digital payments index, that is DPI, to capture the extent of digitization of payments across the country. This is a significant development given the sharp pickup in digital transactions seen in the recent past. Further, RBI says in its annual report that at a regulatory level for encouraging innovations in digital payments, RBI started many new initiatives in the digital payments space, which includes setting up the RBI Innovation Hub and a regulatory sandbox. The Reserve Bank continued its efforts towards global outreach of its payment systems, including remittance services. Let's look into today's headlines in Our India. Google, Facebook, WhatsApp agreed to appoint officers in line with new IT rules. Google, Facebook and WhatsApp agreed to appoint statutory officers in line with the guidelines. Twitter, which so far steadfastly refused to comply with the rules, proposed the name of an outside consultant, though this was summarily rejected by the government as they were not in consonance with the guidelines. Even Indian companies such as Koo, the local rival to Twitter, and ShareChat have made the appointments. Microsoft warns of sophisticated Russian email attack. Microsoft has raised an alarm over a sophisticated ongoing cyber attack targeting government agencies and believed to be from the same Russian-linked hackers behind the SolarWinds hack. In a blog post, Tom Burt, Microsoft's corporate vice president for customer security and trust, said the attack appears to be targeting government agencies, think tanks, consultants and NGOs. In total, around 3,000 email accounts are believed to have been targeted across 150 organizations. Victims are spread across upward of 24 countries, but the majority are believed to be in the US. Over 20 5G towers damaged in Punjab in 3 weeks. In a shocking incident, over 20 telecom towers have been damaged in the state in the past 3 weeks after misleading messages, videos and recorded audios linking COVID to telecom network and 5G network testing have gone viral on the social media. T.R. Dua, Director General Tower and Infrastructure Providers Association, raised concerns that such incidents, if not controlled, may significantly affect the telecom connectivity and deprive people of uninterrupted services during the growing pandemic, which requires technology and connectivity support. Haryana to distribute 8.6 lakh free tablets for online education. Haryana Education Minister Kanwar Pal on Friday said the state government will distribute 8.6 lakh tablets for free to school students for online education. Online education was the only option left with us during lockdown last year, but we are in favor of continuing e-education in future, said Pal. Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar has cleared our request to distribute these tablets to students of class 8 to 12, as we are aware that those studying at government schools are economically weak and lag behind in this mode of education, he said. Kamath Brothers and Seema Patil of Zerodha to get up to ₹100 crores salary each. Nitin and Nikhil Kamath, the brothers who founded what is now India's largest stock brokerage firm Zerodha, and Seema Patil, Nitin's wife, who has been promoted to whole-time director, can take home a salary of up to ₹100 crores each. Zerodha, a bootstrap startup, made over rupees 1,000 crores in revenue and rupees 442 crores profit in FY20, a rare feat in the startup world where many companies are loss-making. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.